This is the Appraisal Comps Adjustment Tool by Robbie Dahl, Dwayne Richardson, and Donnie Brown. Appraisers often have to make valuation adjustments due to property characteristic discrepancies between a subject property and the comparable properties chosen to value it. We all assume comps and subject properties always match on such characteristics, but that's simply not always the case, nor is it realistic. Today's appraisers make adjustment calculations themselves, sometimes with limited or no supportive data to back up their values. This can lead to an appraisal submission getting rejected during the review process for an appraiser to provide justification for their adjustment values, which costs time and money to both the appraiser and the lender. This idea was sourced from R&D conducted user interviews with CoreLogic staff appraisers. We set out to create a proof of concept of a tool that could provide data to solve this issue. This tool would rely on certain historical appraisal valuation data with respect to a home's characteristics, as well as its location, region, neighborhood, etc., to automatically predict an adjustment range for the appraiser to base their value on. This product could potentially be launched standalone in CMS, imports, or directly into a forms package. We start off with a basic map search. And so if I wanted to find a specific property address, type that here. You see we found our property and recognize that it is in a neighborhood, and so we restrict the properties that we are going to use as comparables to that neighborhood. If I wanted to filter that and only consider some of these properties, I can do that by changing some of this. So if I wanted to be more restrictive here, I could. And you see here, it dropped some of the properties out of the search. Once we have the properties filtered the way we like, we can click on our subject property. Here we have pulled common adjustments that the appraisers have to make on comps and have defaulted the values to our subject property's characteristics. If I have a comp that has 3 bedrooms instead of 2, I can just adjust the slider here. And you can see that the tool gives the high and low range for properties in the previous filtered area, and then the average is set to the adjustment. Since the comp has an improvement over the subject, it shows that the comp should be adjusted down this amount. If the comp also has a pool, we can toggle this pool toggle to show that it has a pool, and you can see the adjustment for the pool is made. One last one for the garage. If my comp only has a driveway instead of a built-in, we can toggle the driveway. You can see that the adjustment was made. We can also see the total adjustment down here at the bottom. Now, if we wanted to go back and search just for an area, we can do that. Just typing in the search. You can see here we have an area. And then if I change the radius, you could see that we are searching based on this area with a radius of 2.5 miles. And these are the properties that fit within these filters in this area. And we can then further adjust these filters to refine our area and follow the same guideline as we did for our last subject property. Being that this is a proof of concept, we are pretty light on tech. We use Angular, Bootstrap, and GitHub. Prior to the Forge, we had one team inception meeting and one whiteboard sketching meeting to draw out some ideas of what we wanted to tackle. As far as revenue, we talked about the benefits to the appraiser already. We could also sell the same concept as part of a reviewer tool since they care about the same adjustments being accurate. Some less obvious use cases would include insurance to understand changes in value from remodels or damage, contractor homeowners, understanding what remodels will add to their value of their home, or what homes to build in certain areas, and potentially marketing data for building supply companies to push products that are specific to the highest value to their customers. Thank you.